Hi everyone, welcome back to Grow with Kit. So today's video is all about growing tomatoes and peppers from seed. So I'm going to show you how to germinate your seeds and how to look after your plants after they've germinated. So I'll be showing you some really easy methods that I'll use, foolproof methods, no messing around, nothing special, just simple easy way to get your tomatoes and your peppers growing well and ready to be planted out. So today's video was filmed over about a month's period. I didn't buy anything except for the compost. I've saved the seeds from shop bought tomatoes and peppers, and I'm using recycling plastic tubs, lollipop sticks, little containers. So I haven't bought anything except for the compost, which is very cheap anyway, but you can use soil. So anyway, if you're interested and you want to learn how to grow tomatoes and peppers easily, stay tuned and we will get started.
Okay, so this is what we'll need: our soil or compost, some sort of container to plant the seeds in. We're just using this tub. We'll make some holes, something to label your plants with. I'm using a lollipop stick, and your seeds. These are the pepper seeds, and you will need some water. This is a homemade waterer. Just poke some holes in a bottle lid. And I've saved these seeds from tomatoes and peppers that I've bought from the shop. So we've got 3 different types here. We've got tomatoes and peppers. I've got a cherry tomato, a plum tomato, and a sweet bell pepper. So you can just scrape the seeds out and let them dry. And I'll be keeping them in these little containers. Okay, so be careful with this next step. I'm just going to make some holes in the bottom of this tub. This is for drainage. You want to make quite a few holes. The more drainage, the better, really. And get an adult to do this if you're a child. Okay, so that's the holes done. So I've done a fair few in the bottom, and also I've done a couple in the side, just in case the water gets stuck. So next step is to fill up your container or your pot with your soil or compost. This is multi-purpose compost. So fill the container most of the way up. Like so. And just give it a shake and a knock around to make sure it settles in the container. And very gently firm it down. Don't compress it too much. Okay, so the next step is to make some holes for your seeds. I'm just using a pencil. You can use your finger or a stick or anything really. So I'm going to plant 3 seeds in each pot, and we're going to only keep one seedling per container. We will remove the weaker 2. So I'm going to start with the bell peppers. So there's the seeds for the peppers. So we're going to take 1 seed and place 1 seed in each hole. Like so. And then we'll just gently cover over each seed so that it's got a few millimetres of compost over the top of it. Don't plant them too deeply or they will struggle to grow. And don't forget to label your seeds. So this is the sweet bell pepper, and I'm using the lollipop as a label, lollipop stick as a label. You can use whatever you like really. You can cut sections out of a milk carton or yogurt pot, or you can just use plant labels bought from the shop. Okay, so next we're going to be doing the tomato seeds. As you can see, they're a lot smaller than the pepper seeds, although they do vary in size depending on the variety of tomato. So these are these are the cherry tomato seeds, I believe, or the plum, so they're smaller. So again, just one seed per hole. It doesn't matter if you accidentally put 2 in. Okay, so there's the seeds in the holes, and then very gently, very small covering of compost over the top of the seed. Okay, so we've planted all the seeds now, and now we need to give them a water. This is a homemade waterer. So just give them a little bit of water. You don't want to drown them too much. You just need them to be moist. Okay, so again, not too much, or the seeds may rot. And then we're going to be using this sandwich bag to create a greenhouse effect. You can use carrier bag, some cling film, or anything really that you can cover it over with, as long as the light can get through it. Okay, so that's all 3 of them covered up. And we will leave them somewhere nice and warm, next to a windowsill somewhere in your house, or if you've got a greenhouse, that'd be ideal. So this is 3 days later now, and I think they've germinated. Okay, so some of them have started to germinate, so we're going to remove the bags now, and we won't be putting them back on. We'll be putting these in as much light as we can give them now, so a sunny windowsill or a greenhouse, as long as the temperature's not too cold outside. Okay, you can see one of the peppers has germinated, and another one's starting to. And again with the cherry tomatoes, we've got one properly germinated, and sometimes they will come up all at once, or they can come up varying different times, but over the next few days they should all germinate. As long as we get 1 per pot, then we'll be fine. So these are the plum tomatoes. You can see the seed casings got stuck on this one. It's not a problem. Eventually it will probably come off on its own, but if you fancy trying to help it off, you can do. Just be very gentle and try not to damage the leaves too much. Okay, so we'll leave these somewhere nice and sunny, nice and warm, and we'll get back to these again in a few more days. Okay, so this is day 5 now. So we've got 2 germinated in here. You can see the leaves gone a bit funny on that one, where we removed the seed casing. And the 3rd seed, I don't know if you can see it down there, but it's just started to come up. Try and zoom in on that. But as long as we get 1 per pot, and we don't need to worry about the other ones. Again, we've got 2 in this one, the cherry tomatoes. The first one was the plum tomato. The variety is not really important. It's the same process. So again, the seed case got stuck on the leaf on that one, but I didn't help this one, and it came off on its own. Okay. So I'll show you the peppers. These are the sweet peppers. 2 germinated out of the 3, so that's not too bad. It looks like the third one is trying, but as I keep saying, we only need 1 anyway, so we're not worried about the third one. So the peppers are ever so slightly slower than the tomatoes at growing. Okay, so we will leave these where they are on a sunny windowsill, and I'll get back to you again in another few days. Okay, so we're checking on these again. This is day 9 now, I believe. And today we're going to be removing some of the weaker seedlings. So this is the plum tomato. And we've got one nice strong one there, so we're going to sacrifice the weaker one. If you want to remove this carefully and pot it up separately, you can. But I'm not going to bother. So these are the plum tomatoes. Nope, the cherry tomatoes, I believe. Yep. And so we've got 2 nice healthy ones there. We only need the 1, so take out the weaker one. And we'll keep this one, nice healthy one here. And again with the sweet peppers, these are the bell peppers. We've got 3 there, all looking quite good, but we will take out the 1 smaller weaker one, and I'll just leave the 2, and in a few more days we'll decide which one's looking better. So we'll put these back again, and I'll get back to you again in another few days. Okay, so this is day 12 now. The plum tomato is looking good. Compost's getting a bit low in there, because the more you water it, the more the compost settles down. So we may need to top this up at some point. This is the cherry tomato. It's looking good. Again, I've been watering these whenever they dry out. Don't keep them too wet. Let them get quite dry and then give them a nice good watering. Okay, so these are the sweet peppers. So we've got 2 nice healthy ones in here, but we only want 1, so we'll take out the smaller one and just leave the 1 nice big healthy one. You could pot this on, even when I've just pulled this out, it'll probably be fine. So again, we're going to put these back where they were and get back to them again in a few more days. Okay, so this is day 18 now, and I have topped up the compost and I've just watered them. You can just top up the compost just up to the seed leaves. The bottom 2 leaves are the seed leaves. These leaves here are the true leaves. But these are all looking nice and healthy. So they've just been watered, if you're wondering why they're looking a bit wet. And I've just been keeping these on a sunny windowsill in my kitchen. So this is the pepper plant. It's doing well. Again, I've just topped up the compost a little bit and they've just been watered. I don't worry about getting water on the leaves. In my experience, it makes no difference. Okay, so we'll put these back again and I'll get back to you in a few more days. Okay, so this is day 28. So these are exactly 4 weeks old now. And this is probably going to be the last update on these. Because these are now ready to be planted outside in your chosen spot. Or you can put them in a bigger pot. Just make sure if you are taking them from the house to the outside that you do it gradually over a few days. Take them out for a few hours a day to begin with, and then bring them back in again. Otherwise it can kill them because the shock of the cold temperatures and the harder sunlight can kill them, or at the very least they will sulk for a few days. So I hope you enjoyed this and found this information useful. And these are all looking very healthy and ready to be planted outside or into your larger container.
Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you found the information in the video useful. So if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be absolutely brilliant. You don't have to, there's no pressure. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and if you could like the video as well, that'd be great. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great week.